It is my distinct pleasure to introduce our next guest. He is the head coach of LSU Shreveport, all the way from Louisiana, Brad Neffendorf. Coach, how are you doing today?
Good, Matt. Thank you for having me on. Appreciate it.
It is our absolute pleasure. Are you in between pregame meals or BP right now? Which one?
Actually, nothing. We got weather, so we pushed it to tomorrow.
So you're good to go today.
Yep.
I won't take up too much of your time here, but we're honoring and dedicating a piece of our stadium to Cody Butler, and I know you've had a great close relationship with him since the birth of NAI ball. And
Yep.
so, take me through your guys' relationship. How often do you talk to Cody? And more importantly, how did you get in touch with a kid from Georgia?
I mean, it was one of those deals where I felt like he got in touch with me. I mean, there was a little bit of communication when I was at Tennessee Wesleyan, and then I got this job here, and he reached out right away, and one thing led to another. I mean, we talked literally every day. He was, I mean, just a part of everything that we did.
So, what's it mean to you for the coverage and the brand that he's built? You're now a head baseball coach at a school in Louisiana, trying to get your name out there, trying to take the program to the next level. And now you have national exposure from California to Carolina. Explain that.
I mean, it's incredible his impact at this level. He brought life to a level that a lot have a negative view on because they don't know enough about it. He took our level and brought it to a certain height that I don't know if anybody else could, and I think our level was enhanced because of him, and just his dedication and his impact that he had through everything that he did. I mean, he knew more about the players on our own team than they knew about themselves. He knew more about our rosters than we did. He was a special person and a special impact on our level.
And so, from a head coaching chair, describe how that can benefit your program. When he knows as much about your team as he does the next team, he can travel with you metaphorically on the internet through your World Series journey. What's it like? What's it like for that type of exposure?
I, I don't know if words can describe it because I think he honestly just he put the players in a position that they were so much more excited. It's because it's tough to keep these kids, especially get into the dog days when they just want to get into, the postseason or whatnot. Our guys literally, and I know myself, everybody, just the second the game is over, boom, we're on Twitter right away. Want to see, the recap that he put out or the scores, and he got it up there quicker than anybody else could. I basically compared him to the Kendall Rogers and Mike Rooney of Division One baseball. And I think honestly, Cody had more of an impact than those guys did because of what he did at such a small college level. He was able to take it from a deal where there was no coverage to consistent constant coverage. I mean, he was the editor of our level. He was the analyst of our level. And because of what he did, it's still at a place right now. Obviously, not having him here to continue to do it's a sad deal, and we miss him greatly. But based off what he did and the impact that he did, he's brought this level to life.
How much pain has it brought you to actually have to look up your own strength of schedule and your own RPI and your own opponent's win percentage?
I got to do a lot more digging now. I always thought, when you get not only from that to anything, if Cody would have started just his own, college baseball, NAI, whatever type of business he wanted, even if it was just a scatter report business, Cody could have been paid to, have scatter reports out, quicker than anybody could. We wouldn't have to do anything because he would have had it done. I mean, he probably already had them done, truthfully. And that's the thing about him. I mean, it was incredible.
You obviously had a close relationship of communicating with him daily, whether it was in Louisiana or at the World Series in Lewiston, Idaho. I know your guys' paths crossed once before. Do you have a Cody Butler story for us that you can share?
Oh yeah, when I got ejected last year in the World Series, which truthfully I've been ejected before. That one don't know the shit. I mean, I was obviously upset because we won that game against Faulkner in the bottom of the ninth there and advanced to the Final Four. I think he was much more upset than I was. I had literally when I left the dugout and before I got all the way down the side and out of the stadium on the backside, I had a book written from him to me about what he wanted to do and what he wanted to say and the appeal process that he wanted to go through. There's a ton of different stories, but I think just the story for me is just being able to talk to him on a daily basis. The one thing I always say, he's such a selfless person. This level coaching athletics period is about relationships and impact, and that's who he was and what he was. Not only was he just somebody to talk baseball with, I mean, he was truly a friend, and a friend to everybody that he crossed paths with. It was one of those deals that I've always explained that, if we were disappointed, Cody was disappointed. If we were happy, Cody was happy. But, even with us being disappointed, him being disappointed, he was going to do something he could to pick us up and shine light on that situation and get us back on track. I just remember when we lost last year to Loyola, which became our third consecutive postseason loss after being 47-3. Cody assured me, I know it doesn't feel right. I know you've lost 3 in a row. You guys don't know how to react because they hadn't lost in 2 months. You guys are still going to win it. And this is how it's going to happen. And he was right. Just things like that with him. I mean, it's not the baseball piece that you miss with him. I mean, yes, you do. But you miss the relationships and the talks with him on a daily basis.
And you're absolutely right. We share the same sentiment too as well, especially this time of the year where postseason's kind of on the horizon. Teams are putting in bids and positioning themselves in the polls, and that's when Cody really brought a lot of joy to the rest of the NAI baseball community. Coach, thank you so much for your time. Greatly appreciate it here today. If there's anything we can do to help you guys out, and spread the good word of what Cody Butler has done through this whole process, and what Cody really, really exemplified was how small of a tight-knit group community that we are. There may be 33,000 followers on Twitter, but it's just we all share that common bond. I feel like Cody brought the best out in all of us in highlighting that NAI ball.
No, you did, no doubt.
Well, Coach, thank you so much for your time. Greatly appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Good luck the rest of the season. I do mean that.
Yeah, thank you. Hopefully we'll see you guys out in Lewiston, but we'll see what happens.
Sounds good to me too, Coach. Thank you.
Best of luck. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.